you were the villain in No Time to Die, fantastically, but now you're stepping onto the other side of things as like the spy, you know, the revenge spy hero.
I want mission-specific training, cash, and a new identity.
Have you lost your mind?
I want to find and kill the people who murdered my wife.
So what did you kind of learn in No Time to Die in your world in James Bond that you brought with you to this project?
I think I started to look at those characters that I love so much. I mean, I love Tom Cruise, Mission Impossible. I love watching Daniel Craig.
So you got a real bite for this genre.
I
love
do.
for it.
I love watching Matt Damon do Bourne Identity, and even all the way back to Robert Redford in 3 Days of the Condor, and I long for those days when you saw a regular guy doing something that you least expect him to be capable of doing, and
that's exactly what we're getting in this film.
I thought, how do you throw someone like that into a situation where they're forced into it, or you look at someone, I gravitate to these characters that are alienated or feel disenfranchised or unseen, and then to thrust them in a situation where they lose someone they love the most in the world, and it's the thing that makes them whole, and you use that as the weapon to see them rise and put them in situations that are extremely intense, and throw them out of their element and see if they can survive.
Well, so let's talk about the workout regimen for this, because I mean, you were in training for a long time for this film. I feel like you were really preparing. So what went into the physicality of this part?
I don't know if you're being serious or
No, I'm
joking,
being
because
serious.
he is the amateur.
I
So
know
here-
he's the amateur,
yeah.
but you got an espionage shape under the clothes. I feel like with
Yes.
that. You had to for this
Yeah.
one. So what was the
There was a lot of running involved, and
how to perfect that like Tom Cruise run?
no one can do that Tom Cruise run like Tom Cruise. I did have a fun Tom Cruise moment. There was a moment when I met him and he was asking what I was doing, and I said, I'm working on an action film, and he says, well, you're gonna need weapons training. And I tried to explain the premise of the movie to him, and he said, I said, he's an amateur. He can barely shoot a gun to save his life. And Tom was just adamant about me needing weapons training, and I kept having to remind him, no, this is amateur. He's pretty terrible at these things. But
Final question. Musical biopics are so hot right now. Obviously, I loved you in Bohemian Rhapsody. You were incredible. It won you your Academy Award. But we've got a lot, from Bruce Springsteen to the Beatles, On Our Way. What advice do you have for someone stepping into an iconic figure like that and taking on a musical role like you did so wonderfully?
I don't know. I think it's not about trying to mimic somebody, but harness what the essence of that human being. Yeah, no one will fault you for not getting a voice or a mannerism perfectly, but if you don't have that authenticity somewhere deep inside you, I think it's from putting in the work. And
Well, you certainly put in the work in all your roles. Thank you so much.
Thank you.